fix that. What is going on, everybody? It's been so long since I've been on live with you guys. What's happening? How are you doing? How has life been going? How's your day been? I know we're in the evening hours, so I just wanted to tap in and say I hope you had a great day. I hope that everything went your way, and that you had a successful and a productive day today. And if not, hey, we can just try again tomorrow, all right? We don't give up. We just make sure that we modify what we need to modify to be able to do the things we need to do, right? But we never give up, right? Right. So, hey, comment below, tap in, let me know where you watching from. Hey, welcome to the stream. What is going on? What's going on? I missed you guys, man. Y'all can see, your girl done lost a little weight, you know what I'm saying? Trying to do my due diligence and making sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do on my health journey. Shout out to my trainer, Tasha, for making sure that I'm good and healthy and not these folks' hospitals because those bills are expensive. So shout out to her and all that she's done to be able to help me. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with her. I always love to put my people on when they helping me out. So anyway, for those of you who are on this stream and may not know me, my name is Lakeisha Hammond. I am the owner of Generational Wealth Enterprises. And what I do is I help businesses from start to finish, from growth, from their startup to growth to scale, right? So I do that by the use of automated systems. I also do business strategies and marketing. And now we also do AI. So hey, look, man, I'm excited for the things to come within this quarter and then also going into next year that we'll be shooting out. So that's also why I'm on here today, man. I got a major announcement. Though I have been out dealing with, health challenges and things of that nature, you know how life is, life on life. But in the meantime of that time, God placed me in a space to be able to create some things that I think would be advantageous to help his people be able to grow in this season. Because I know if you're like myself, you keep up with what's going on in the news and maybe you don't. But either way, we're all affected by the things that go on in our economy. So we need to make sure that we have ways to be able to build the things that we need to build and get into these spaces to be able to make sure we have enough capital to just have our basic necessities in some points. I know a lot of people are out here now, they're pitching like, oh, I'm gonna give you this play, you're gonna become a millionaire. I don't do that. And the reason that I don't is because it's more to becoming a millionaire than just making the money or trying to make the money, right? Because you can go out here now and hit a play, so to speak, and make the money. But if you don't have the right strategies in place, you won't keep the money, right? So you're technically not even a millionaire. You just made a million, right? Talked about that last year. But anywho, like I said, when it comes down to making sure that you're able to sustain for yourself and your family and live comfortably, I thank God that I've been able to do so even through COVID and now, the economic crisis that's going on, that me and my family have still been able to sustain. And it didn't come just overnight. It takes time. And that's why I don't preach like, oh, 30 days, oh, 60 days, you're going to have. We're not doing that because it takes time and it takes work and it takes effort, right? And it's going to take trial and error. You're going to try some things that may not work. You're going to try some things that do. But the key point is to make sure you have the strategies and foundation. Say it with me, foundation in place to make sure that you are successful, right? We don't want you guys out here, and we do taxes as well. And I can tell you, me and my husband, we don't want you out here, starting a business and it may flourish, it may take off. Next thing you know, you having $10,000 and $20,000 months, but you never set up your LLC, right? So now all of that income is up under you directly, and we already know what that taxation looks like. One thing I can say is that you want to learn how to utilize your money as a vehicle and not let it be your crutch, right? And it can become your crutch very easily if you don't know how to use it wisely and making sure that you're allocating it properly so that when you're making the funds, that actually benefits you even more in the long run than you having to give your money back to Uncle Sam. We don't want to give it back. We want to make sure we're using it wisely. So that's why it's very important to have a strategist. It's very important to have a coach, a mentor that can help you navigate from the place that you are to the place that you're going. So again, what's up, Resetting the Room? What's up? What's up? Hey, y'all. Thank you for tapping in on this evening. I really appreciate it. Again, my name is Lakeisha Hammond. I am the owner of Generational Wealth Enterprises. And I help businesses scale and grow and start from start to finish. And what I mean by start to finish is not necessarily selling, but getting to the point where you're outside of your business and you can focus on something else. Whether you want to buy another business, you want to start another business, or you want to retire. Like me, I'm trying to retire when I'm, in my 40s. Just letting y'all know, and I'm real close to my 40s. So I'm just gonna let y'all know that it's gonna happen, right? We're speaking into existence. We're not working our way through life, right? We want to make sure that we set ourselves up for success. And even in this economy, yes, it is possible if you set the right foundation now. So with that being said, I want to go ahead. I don't want to hold you guys long. I know you probably got to cook dinner, eat dinner, get the kids together, whatever the case may be. Get your stuff together, breathe after today's work. But I did want to bring you on because I am super excited to announce that my community is now open. The Boss Vision Builders is now open, right? I've been working on this in the background, and basically it's a community where I come in and I teach you practices, and we have 2 tracks, right? So we have a track for those who may just have the thought of starting a business or starting, y'all call it a side hustle. I don't like calling it side hustle because at that point it's just not structured enough. You're starting a business because it's going to create legacy, and that's what we want, right? So I have one track for those individuals who are getting ready to just start up and want to be able to start with the right foundation, the right systems in place, knowing how to structure their business. And then we have a track for those who already started their business, but you may be at a point that you don't know if you need to pivot this way or that way, and you don't know necessarily where you want to go next and how to scale your business, right? Because we don't build a business with the intent to stay in the same place, right? We don't build jobs for ourselves. We build legacies, right? To be able to make sure that it's growing and to help others be able to create their legacy based on our legacy, right? So we have that track as well. So if you know, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys may fit into that space, this is the community for you. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you guys. So I'm telling you, the Boss Vision Builders community is where you want to be, right? So you want to make sure that you join the community. It's only $27 a month. And the reason that it's that low is because I am not about to beat somebody across the head in this economy to try to teach you how to make money. If you're not making money in your business yet, it doesn't make sense for me to charge you $300-$400 for you to be able to make money in your business, right? I don't believe in starting people upside down. And so that's why, I prayed about it, because I do high tier coaching for those individuals who are at that level, at that point. But for those individuals who are not, they still deserve a chance to get there, right? And so that's where this community comes in. Basically, we get in there, we have live learning sessions like we're live right now. I don't believe in just bringing you into a community and giving you a whole bunch of questions and saying, go through it, find your track. I mean, me personally, I can't learn like that, right? I love when I used to go to class, in college, and my professors have a syllabus and all of the things for us to know how the course is going to go. And we know exactly what track we're going down, right? So that's similar to how I'm keeping this structure as well. I used to be a professor as well myself at Fort Valley State. And so, this is how I want to make sure you're able to learn with clarity and with ease. Now, there are courses in there that you can go through, but they're not going to necessarily knock you off course for what we're teaching you on each track. And again, we have a track for those who are just starting up and those wanting to start a business. And we have a track for those who have started a business and need to grow their business, right? And again, we talk about business and development resources, courses and classes on AI branding, marketing, business strategy sessions. We also have strategy sessions where we come in, you ask me questions, and we basically hash it out together. And the reason that we're also doing 2 tracks is because I believe in us helping each other. I don't believe in necessarily splitting people off. So one half of the class, when we do live sessions, will be for those who are starting up. The other half would be for those who are already in their business working and ready to pivot. And the reason being is because I want those who have already established themselves and are at that point of pivot and growth to, motivate those individuals and help those individuals too, who are just starting out, just like you have, right? Because we've all been there. We didn't wake up to a multi-million-dollar business unless, somebody passed it down to you. But at the end of the day, most of us didn't get that opportunity. Most of us started our businesses and we had no idea what we were doing because we were the first generation in our family to do that, right? So you want to make sure that you have it in place where, you guys can motivate those who are just starting, and it gives them something to see and something to want to reach out to become, other than just being connected with me. So that's why we do it that way. I also have people that have come in that will help teach you guys certain things that's going to help you grow your business and grow your mindset as well. Because at the end of the day, if I can't change how you think about money, if I can't change how you think about yourself and how you think about your vision and what God has given you, then there's absolutely no reason for us to be able to put you in the community, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be motivated enough to succeed. You have to make sure that your mindset is intact, because at the end of the day, some days you're not going to feel like doing it. Some days you may have an assignment from me. You're not going to feel like doing it. You're not going to feel like doing business today. Some things may not go well. You may have a client that's a little disgruntled. You may have a client that is hard to work with. But at the end of the day, you cannot give up on your vision, because your vision is to help somebody else be successful, right? And so, of course, with that said, it's not going to be easy. But that's why this community is so important, because we want to surround you with love. We want to surround you with support and the tools that you need to be successful, right? I've been doing this for a little over 10 years. So I really look forward to being able to bring people in. Right now, we're bringing in foundational members also. So that's why the price point's at 27. We're keeping it that way just for a few weeks, and then we're going to up the price, right? We want to make sure we can get in as many foundational members as possible. And what that means is that you are the starting class, right? So you get extra perks with that come along with that, and extra access to a lot of the things that we have coming in the end of this quarter and in 2026. So again, this is my community, and I'm going to show you guys also how to navigate through that. But what you guys think so far? What you think about the community, the price point? I mean, it's less than dinner at night. Like, me and my husband spend way more at dinner than just $27. So, I didn't want to have to compete with your grocery bill. I didn't want to have to compete with, you making sure that you're able to feed your kids. I didn't want to have to compete with you putting gas in the car, the truck. I didn't want to have to compete with you going out to dinner. And so that's why I made the price point the way that I made it, is because I want to make sure that you're able to afford it. And also, I put a price point on it, period, because I know some people are like, it ain't free. Well, you got to invest in yourself to be able to understand the importance of what you're doing, right? If you're investing in this, you're going to come to the classes. If you're investing in this, you're going to come to and watch the replays. If you're investing in this, you're going to do the homework, because now you're putting not only your time into it, but you're putting your finances into it in hopes that you'll be able to flourish from that point, and you will. So I just want to make sure that, see how you guys are feeling about it. Like I said, I'm really excited about it for the simple fact of, I've been working on this for quite a while. Unfortunately got sick at the top of the year, wasn't able to push it out at the top of the year like I wanted to. But I believe that God is very strategic in his time, right? And that this needed to be released now at this point versus us doing it at the top of the year, because something is in the water that he's working on, that this is required to come in and help other people navigate through, right? So I don't question God. I let him do his thing. I'm just a vessel, and I do what I can on my end to make sure that I help his people. So I do feel like, timing is right. So don't miss this opportunity. If you want to go ahead and sign up, like I said, you can comment the word "bill" below. Also, you can reach out to me on social media. I'll send you the link directly. If you have any other questions, you can also message me too. But just comment the word "bill" below, and you'll be able to get that. And you can see that comment "bill" below. You'll be able to get access to the community, right? If for some odd reason you don't get it, or you don't get the messages, because sometimes they may, if you're not following me, and follow me if you're not following me on IG, and make sure you follow me on Facebook too. Follow my business page, Generational Wealth Enterprises. If you don't get the message, let me know, and I'll make sure that I send it to you, because technology do what it's going to do. But at the end of the day, like I said, I want to make sure that you guys have what you need. So let me try to share my screen here. Give me 1 second. Let me change what we're sharing here. There we go. There we go. Back again. All right. Let me share this one. I'm going to give you guys an inside look into the community and what it looks like when you log in. Here we go. So once you access the community, come and build, you go through the process, go ahead and set up your subscription. And you get to this point, you'll get an email that's going to tell you to create your login. I suggest, so that you don't forget your login, if you like me, I forget my passwords were easy. I just log in with my email. So you can do that. And then you'll get access to this particular portal here. I'm not sure why it's going so slow. Internet, I promise you, it's always something with the internet. But let's see here. So you'll get access, you'll be able to see the community itself. So as you can see, we're live. We have all of our different channels here that be in the community as well. So we have channels that you can chat in with each other. We have our announcements. Start here is basically where you go to find out how to access the courses and all of that. You can also go strictly here, go to learning, and you'll see all the courses that are available to you. So as you can see, we already have courses on how to use Notion, how to use Canva, and also batch create your content. That was big for me to be able to create multiple graphics at one time. So for my graphic designers or media designers, this is great for you to be able to learn how to do so. The key to success is not money. We have some mindset courses in here, and it's time to wake up. And then also, don't get sued. How to start. For those of you who are starting your business, looking up your business name in your respective state. Why is that important? You don't want to start a business and then get a cease and desist letter because somebody else's brand has been trademarked and you took the same name and now they're suing you. We don't need those types of problems, right? So that's what this is for. And then how to use AI as your personal assistant, creating batch content using ChatGPT. So you have a lot in here that you can go through in just the courses themselves outside of the track of learning that we're on as far as the live content, right? So I really love that. We also have a faith and affirmation corner where you come in and get some motivation. We all got to have faith on this journey of entrepreneurship because, baby, we wake up out here and honestly, I don't care how established you is. You don't know what's going to take place. You don't know what's going to happen. So you want to make sure that you're keeping yourself in alignment and, speaking positivity over your vision and over yourself as you go and navigate through this and everybody you're connected to. We also have an AI content channel where you can go in and just ask questions and talk about things pertaining to AI content. Aligned and paid, right? I believe that you have to be in alignment in your business to get paid, right? And that also counts for your clients because everybody that comes to you is not your ideal client, right? Your vision has to align with what it is that they want from your business, whatever service or product it is, right? For prime example, if you sell, let's just say you sell flowers, right? And I have an allergy to flowers. I'm not your ideal client because I have an allergy to flowers. I wouldn't be able to be in alignment with your vision of your flowers that you're selling, right? So it's just learning how to navigate your target audience, learning who you're serving, why you're serving them, and where do they reside, where do they live online, so you want to make sure that you understand that. We talk about that in this channel. Systems to save time, automation, say it with me, automation is so important in the success and foundation of a business. I don't care where you are. I particularly like for people to catch automation and learn about it at the start of their business versus midway through. But at any point that you are in your business, you have to learn automation, right? Take it from me personally. Getting sick this year, I thought that I was going to have to stop my business completely, but I remembered that I already had all of the systems set up for a day to come where I'm not able to be in the office every single day, right? Even without staff. So with that said, I don't have to worry about paying staff members. I pay for systems, right? So we teach you automations and how to implement automations into your business so that while you're sleeping, your sales are still going on. While you may be sick and not feeling well, your sales are still happening. You're still able to get your content out. You're still able to educate. That's very important. You may have kids, your kid may require your attention. You don't want to get to a point where you're hustling so hard that you're losing out on your happiness with yourself, with your family, with your friends, because life is still life and we have to live it. We only get one. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you have enough time to do that. In order to do that, you need to implement automations, right? And then we have take a breather, just some things that you can do to just kind of woosah. We'll also be bringing people in to help you with health and wellness. I'm definitely going to ask my trainer to come in and do a couple of things to help you with mindfulness and also motion, because we sometimes get stuck in front of this computer for so long, man, until we don't realize how much damage we're doing to our bodies. That was me. I was eating out every day. I wasn't cooking, and I ended up sick because of it, right? So, now I'm able to take care of my body. I work out, I get from in front of the computer, let the systems do what they're going to do, and then move forward from there. So, I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like on the inside. No, this is not on schools. You have your own dedicated app for this if you want to access it on your phone. And it's also on Android and Apple and Google. And it's called Go Collab. And so you'll be on there and be able to access it on your phone easily. Also, you'll be able to access it through online as well. As you can see, I'm online right now. So you can access it on your tablet. You can also do it on your computer. So there's no excuse not to get this work and understand how to get your vision from start to finish, and also be able to enhance your vision that you already have, right? So again, like I said, I didn't want to hold you guys long. I know we've been on here a little bit. I do appreciate you guys coming on, and just make sure you tap in with me, because I'm just so excited about this. I really want you to become a foundational member. Like I said, I cost less than dinner on the weekends, less than going out. I'm not competing with your grocery bill, not competing with putting gas in your car, taking care of your kids. I want to make sure that I'm giving you the tools to help you do those things without having to worry about it anymore. That is the best feeling ever, when you're stress free, because you don't have to worry about necessarily bills every single day, because you started something that's not only creating you an income cash flow, but it's also creating a legacy for your kids, for them to be able to see like, okay, mama and daddy did it, so I can do it too. Because times are not going to necessarily get easier, but we got to navigate and make sure we move through them with the tools and the community and surrounding each other to make sure that we're able to be successful regardless of whichever way the wind blows, right? So again, make sure you comment below. Join my community, please. Make sure you share this. People that need to hop in here. Make sure you share this. Again, it's something I'm very passionate about. I look forward to teaching you guys. In the community, once you join, you'll be able to see some surveys also in there that I need you to go ahead and just answer a quick question or two. It ain't nothing like, no 20-page survey and then like that, just questions to make sure that we're all in alignment on where we're starting from and our starting point. So again, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking out the time. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I look forward to seeing you in the Boss Vision Builders community. All right. Appreciate y'all. Peace out.